That's Babble.
Any special message for all the kids watching at home?
Stay out of trouble.
Robocop, one of the greatest sci-fi action films ever to exist. Don't agree with me? Fight me!
Ooh, tough
in
man.
the comments with your words. Softly, I'm a fragile man. A film ahead of its time, but doesn't get the plaudits that it deserves.
Sure, it's standing up there right next to the Terminator and Aliens franchise.
But like Chewbacca at the end of A New Hope, it doesn't get its medal. Instead, we get an unwanted and completely forgettable remake.
Yeah. You forgot this thing existed, didn't you?
Although seeing what they've done to the time-travelling tin can assassin, maybe this wasn't such a bad thing after all.
Mateo, I met his mother Alicia a few months after I killed John. While raising Mateo, I began to understand what I'd taken from you.
This is what drew you back into the franchise, did it, Linda? This script. At least the Robocop franchise ended after this. Smash! And this definitely did not exist or happen. Paul Verhoeven's Robocop is a satirical son of a gun, showcasing how criminals and corporations go hand in hand when money and power are at stake.
I'd buy that for $1.
Well, I'll buy it for $2. That's good business. The narcissistic, ego-driven, barbaric nature of the 80s boardroom, and a near-future world full of technology. This is what a USB could have evolved into if only the EU didn't demand a universal charging standard. Thanks, EU. So showcasing the bad and the incredibly useful, like turning estate agents into punchable cash machines. A jacked up, violent, cinematic experience with mountains of self-raising nose powder and not just one, but 2 really cool robot designs. So what's the story? Morning glory. Police Officer Murphy is transferred to Detroit Precinct because, well, let's just say things aren't going so great. After himself and Lois track the criminals to their warehouse, Murphy is killed in a horrific scene which still haunts me today like it haunted me the very first time I saw it. Look at the sadistic smiles and laughter on those criminals' faces. Really makes you feel like you're missing out.
I wish I was in a gang.
Oh Murphy, we hardly knew ye and your law. Goodbye, Murphy boy. Horny police officer Lewis receives a well-deserved smack for eyeing up this man's dick.
9 to 5. Zip this up.
His eyes are up here, ladies. Not trying to blame the victims, but this is some really shoddy police work, and you probably got what was coming to you. OCP want to turn Detroit from the shithole it is into a utopia.
All Detroit has a cancer. The cancer is crime.
So instead of hiring more police officers, they decide to create a robot police officer, a Robocop if you will, who is way cheaper to provide for because he only eats baby food. They create the perfect Bobby. Strong like a tank, amazing gun accuracy, prone to freezing. He is here to protect and serve, and boy does he serve. Crime with punishment. Murphy has been replaced by Robocop, but Robocop is Murphy. And Murphy's having flashbacks of his death, and of his wife, and of his son, and of his home decor. Some absolute banging performances. Kurtwood Smith as Clarence is one of the nastiest villains ever committed to film. He can't be topped. Don't believe me? It's what Red Letter Media said.
Clarence Boddicker and his gang,
Can't be topped.
See? The real enjoyment he takes from being such an arsehole is fascinatingly watchable. Nearly every line out of his mouth is delivered beautifully.
Just give me my fucking phone call. Take a look at my face, dick. Guns.
I wouldn't do anything to the lasagna.
Mwah. Chef's kiss.
Yeah, boy.
I've never seen a man finger a glass of wine before, but Kurtwood Smith does it like the best of them. You're a bad boy, Clarence, but I love ya. But where would Clarence be without his gang of merry men? There's the Toxic Avenger. Saturday Night Fever.
I took her out.
Laughy McGee as the Price Rambo.
Can you fly, Bobby?
And the dearly beloved Bobby.
You remember
And don't get me started on this dick. Ronnie Cox, the slimy Dick Jones, the number 2 at OCP, he decided to put this thing in his office, 15 stories high. How did it get up there? Maybe this thing's like a cow. You can bring it upstairs, but you can't lead a horse to water, or something like that. This thing killed your colleague on Tuesday. You sure you want this thing in the room next to your dick?
You sure about that?
Ronnie Cox and Miguel Ferreira have great sexual tension. This man even pisses himself to get out of the way of it. If you thought Succession backstabbed its way into your heart, wait until this one shoots your legs out and blows up your house. It's a film with a lot of lessons, like how to get rid of unwanted house guests.
Bitches leave.
And Nancy Allen as Officer Lewis, Murphy's partner. Well, for the one day he was actually alive and in the police force in Detroit. And trust a woman to not let it go.
Murphy, it's you.
She helps to humanise this tin cannon and suffers for it. She's a real soldier, but don't feel too sorry for her. After all, it was her bad decision making that got Murphy executed in the first place.
Backup is still unavailable. We estimate 6 minutes.
Well, you call it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
It's easy to dismiss a man in a costume, but Peter Weller is Robocop and really nails the mechanical pig. And he's responsible for the 90s dance floor sensation, the one-handed chesticle. Yeah, you pump it, so a continued film franchise without him and Paul Verhoeven is a no-no. So it's good to see that Teon have picked up the slack when it comes to the video game genre, where your dream of throwing computer screens and people at people come true. Also good to see that they've accurately transferred Officer Lewis's decision making. Oh, and the theme tune. Watch it. Give this a like and watch the film.